tackle he won.
Who fielded that? Pitcher?
We are here at Sonny Natakis Field. We apologize for some of the technical difficulties. We only missed one batter, Jonah Kasoff for West Windsor-Plainsboro South with a single and an error on a dribbler back to Connor Crowley, who gets the start today for the Lawrence Cardinals. Taking a look at the rest of the way West Windsor-Plainsboro South lines up. It's Bennett Siegel batting second, playing center field, followed by Xander Rudisil at shortstop with the first baseman Matt Rader. Thor Bernheisel makes a start in left, batting fifth, followed by right fielder Henry Ham in the bottom three. DH Aiden Choi, second baseman Matias Diaz, and third baseman Nicky Caraba.
Yep, we got senior right-hander Connor Crowley on the mound. He's been outstanding this year. In 3 starts, he's 2-0, 0.54 ERA, and 15 strikeouts in 13 1/3 innings. Inside pitch, strike. And check this out, Jordan. He's walked just 3 batters and allowed 5 hits. His whip is a minuscule 0.59.
Yeah, Connor Crowley, 17 1/3 innings pitched, has not given up an earned run all season long. He's given up just 2 overall as that slider's down and into Siegel. 2 balls and a strike. Fish Cardinals enter this game at 8-3. They really seem to figure it out offensively, too, these last couple of weeks. They've won 5 of their last 6, outscoring opponents 48-14 in that span. And Connor Crowley with perhaps his toughest test of the season here today as that fastball catches the top of the zone. Facing a West Windsor team who comes in averaging just under 7 runs per game, second in the CVC behind Notre Dame.
Yeah, they got. Actually, Crowley, I have Jimmy Mayer's stats. He has given up a couple earned runs. Because he's got an ERA of 0.54. He's given up 2 earned runs in 13 1/3. So, I don't know. What did you get yours off NJ.com?
Yeah, NJ.com.
Yeah, Jimmy Mayer's sends me the more accurate stats. Sometimes those on. Anyhow, either way, he's pitched phenomenal this year. And and Lawrence coming off their best outing of the year, 14-0. They had a career season high 4.
That ball's ripped into right field down the line. It's going to drop in fair territory and head towards the corner. Toto cuts it off. Kasoff's going to score. Siegel pulls into second. They trade places, and West Windsor South takes a 1-0 lead.
And you know what? That's not surprising. I'll tell you what, this West Windsor lineup, at the top of the lineup, they have some massive hitters. Siegel hitting 750, and it's higher than that now. And Jonah Kasoff, who got on, and Xander Rudzil both hitting 458. Problem is, it drops off drastically after that. Their next highest average is 231, and after that, everybody's 200 or lower. So they do score a lot of runs, but most of the damage is coming with these top 3 hitters.
Yeah, top of the lineup, a lot more experience than the bottom portion of this West Windsor order as Xander Rudisil, the shortstop, digs in. He's got Siegel out there at second. The first pitch to him from Connor Crowley is taken for a strike. Today's game is brought to you by Team Toyota, Kessel Dermatology, Capital Health System, the Revere Restaurant, the New Jersey Education Association, Jammer Doors, Haldeman Ford, the Trentonian, the Italian People's Bakery, Hyundai of Trenton, Chris Auto Body, Saul Funeral Homes, and Mako of Ewing. Thank you to all of our sponsors making portions of today's game possible. I think that one slipped out of the hand of Crowley. It's up and in for ball 1. Xander Rudisil enters riding a 4-game hit streak, 7 for 12 during that span. He's driven in 5 at a 3-run home run in West Windsor South's loss against West Windsor North on Thursday.
Yeah, South they're just trying to figure things out. They won 3 straight, and now they've lost 4 in a row. And it's no secret as to what's wrong. Their defense has been just really bad. They have, hold on, to this pitch.
2-1 from Crowley. Fastball fouled away.
I mean, and this losing streak, they've lost a couple games in excruciating fashion. In a 9-8 loss to Princeton, they allowed 3 6th-inning runs for that to be the difference. And then in an 11-10 loss to Nottingham, they allowed the Stars to get 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th to tie it, and then lost it in 8 innings. So, like I said, the problem is their defense. Wait for this pitch.
2-2 is chopped off the glove of Crowley, races to pick it up, and has trouble getting it out of his glove, but is able to make the underhand flip to his brother Aiden Crowley over there at first. That's the first out. Siegel moves up to third, and here comes Matt Rader.
That was a little closer than that.
WBCB.
Anyway, these guys, during this losing streak, West Windsor's committed 12 errors. 12 errors that have led to 18 unearned runs. So, I mean, if you're going to look for a bright spot, though, in their last game against West Windsor North, they did not commit an error. So,
on the ground to shortstop, it's going to get a run home. Sumners fires across, and that's the second out, but it's the second run of the inning. Give an RBI to Rader on the ground out, and some ABC baseball for West Windsor South. Get him on, get him over, and get him in. It's 2-0 Pirates.
Yeah, and Jimmy Mayer chosen to keep the infield back there. He didn't bring it in. It's early in the game, and I think he feels maybe his team's bats are starting to stir a little bit after their effort against Ewing the other day.
First pitch to Thor Bernheisel's taken upstairs. Yeah, Fish, they've scored an average of 8 runs per game in their last 6.
Yeah, and season high 14 against Ewing, season high 12 hits. It could have been more. He put a lot of subs in the last inning or so, last couple innings. So, you know, and we knew this lineup was going to hit if for Lawrence. Their average now after 4.
Shot out towards second. Deacon Moore has got it, and he makes the throw over to first to retire the side. 2 runs do cross in the inning. West Windsor South has an early 2-0 lead. We'll head to the bottom of the first here on WBCB.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian. West Windsor South strikes for 2 in the top of the first, and now it'll be the Lawrence Bats coming up to the dish. They line up like this here on a Saturday morning. Leading it off will be the second baseman Deacon Moore, followed by catcher Drew Dobkin and center fielder Aiden Poot. Teak Toto bats cleanup playing right field, followed by third baseman Connor Williver and left fielder Josh Vikrosky. The bottom 3, the designated hitter Andrew Benitez, shortstop Seneca Sumners, and first baseman Aiden Crowley. Taking on the right-hander Jonah Kasoff. Kasoff this year, he's really been bitten by some bad luck.
Oh.
He's thrown 7 innings. He's given up 3 earned runs and 14 unearned runs.
I know.
His ERA sits at 3. He's one of the better pitchers on this West Windsor squad, but Fish, like you were talking about in the last half inning, it's going to be on the Pirates' defense to really silence the Cardinals here today, because we know that Kasoff, he's got the arm to be able to shut down a lineup like Lawrence.
Yeah, and the thing is, though, he's not a strikeout pitcher. He's a contact pitcher. So, you know, when you have a contact pitcher, your defense really has to, come through. And like you said, he's only allowed 2 earned runs in his 2 starts. It's you know, for his career, he's got a 2.74 ERA. So, you know, we know he's a lot better than his record. I mean, that Notre Dame game was a disaster. He allowed 6 first-inning runs. 5 of them were unearned. You know, West Windsor, they just go in these little lulls where they all of a sudden just have fumbleitis or throw the ball away or something like that. And they really got to just put together a solid game.
Well, the first challenge for Kasoff today is going to be Deacon Moore, who enters on a 5-game hit streak. 9 for his last 16. He's got 3 multi-hit games during that span.
Yeah, coming off a 3-for-3 effort against Ewing.
Yeah, first 3-hit game of the season for Deacon Moore, 8th of his career. And the first pitch he sees is a fastball high and wide.
Yeah, one thing, Kasoff 10 walks of people. I think he's gone out in front of me. I think he's given up like 10 walks.
This one's lined up the middle. That's going to sneak into center field for a leadoff single for Deacon Moore. He extends that hit streak to 6. It didn't take him long to do so.
Yep.
And he's aboard for Drew Dobkin.
staying right on that ball. He's really seeing everything well now. Hits in 4 straight at-bats at least. I don't know what he did in the game before that. They only had 3 hits in that game, so I'm not sure how anybody did, really.
First pitch to Dobkin is taken upstairs, ball 1. The Cardinals team this season, that they've been scoring a lot here recently. They haven't really done it with the power. They have 15 total extra base hits in their 11 games this year.
Yep.
1-0 from Kasoff, breaking ball that drops in for a called strike.
Well, I mean, they're 8-3, but the majority of that is due to good pitching. They have a team ERA of 1.31, and they're getting good glove work. That's the difference.
Runner goes, pitch is popped up foul and out of play into the parking lot. Moore had a really good jump off of first right there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a steal or hit and run.
Behind the plate today for West Windsor South is Aiden Botema. Doesn't have the strongest arm, so we'll see if whenever the Cardinals are able to get runners on, they could have the wheels in motion a lot today. 1-2 pitch. Dobkin hits it on the ground towards shortstop. Up with it, Rudisil. Flip to second 1. Over to first. There's 2. Taylor made 6-4-3 double play, and there's 2 down.
Well, that's got to be just mentally for the Pirates, who we said have struggled so bad defensively. To turn that double play early in the game, that's got to, sort of lift the spirits of everybody.
Quick exchange by Matias Diaz out there at second base. And so nobody on, 2 down. Here comes Aiden Poot. He first pitch swings and chops it towards first. Rader is going to take it to the bag himself. That's an easy inning for Jonah Kasoff out there on the mound. He puts up a 0 in the bottom of the first. 2-0 West Windsor South. We'll head to the second here on WBCB.
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, President of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000 educators in all of our public schools, we wish all of our student athletes the very best luck in today's competition. We would also like to recognize the students in our public schools who participate in extracurricular activities, like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation. When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools.
Trenton Thunder baseball returns for the 2025 season on Wednesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com. Or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game firework nights, Tuesday kids eat free, Wednesday dollar dog nights, Thursday, and pork roll Fridays throughout the season. Trenton Thunder baseball, big league futures, major league fun. And the Italian People's Bakery is proud to support high school sports on the WBCB Sports Network. Visit them at their signature location, 63 Butler Street, for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by to smell that homemade bread made daily or have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery, located on 63 Butler Street, is the place to go for the best hoagies on Sunday afternoon and the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Visit them once again at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. The Italian People's Bakery since 1936. 2-0 West Windsor South. We head to the second here from sunny Nautakas Field. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Pirates. Henry Ham, Aiden Choi, and Matias Diaz.
What a great name to have around Easter time, Henry Ham, since everybody gets their Easter hams for Easter dinner.
Let's see if he could have a big game on Easter Eve.
Yeah, you don't want to lay an egg.
There we go. We've gotten the puns out of the way, and we haven't even started the second inning yet.
I don't think they're out of the way yet.
The first pitch to Ham is taken upstairs.
We didn't even have a chance to talk about Thor's name. Well, he made the last out of the last inning.
1-0 from Crowley is popped foul and out of play. Well, Fish, if you're going to have all of these puns, you got to get them out of the way quickly because you get relieved for the 3rd through 5th inning. We're going to have our intern Rich Sale hop on the call.
Yeah, I hope I don't get docked. I hope my pay doesn't get docked for this.
We'll see if Rich could keep up the puns as that one's taken down and away for ball 2. A pair of Riches, but you go by Fish, so it's a lot easier on us.
Thank you.
To be able to decipher who's who.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm very excited for tomorrow, and I'll tell you why in a second after this pitch.
A 2-1 to Ham is a fastball again, hit foul and out of play over the backstop.
I gave up, I'm usually not a Lent guy, but I decided to give up chocolate for Lent this year. And my friend, it has been brutal. But Barbara has purchased some marshmallow chocolate eggs and some Reese's chocolate eggs. And I'll probably start chowing down on them at 12:01 tonight.
The count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Yet tomorrow it is a bad day to be anything produced by Hershey's at the Fisher household.
Yeah.
3-2 from Crowley. Fastball hit back through the middle. That's a base hit right back where it came from for Henry Ham, who's aboard with a leadoff single.
Nice at bat by Ham. You know, look at some pitches, drove a deep count, and look at the way things are going right now. Anything West Windsor can get late in the bottom of the lineup is going to be a plus, because they, you know, the top of that lineup is hitting like collective 500 something, but after that they're hitting like a collective 200 something. So if you can get hits at the bottom of the lineup and produce runs, you're ahead of the game.
Quick trip to the mound there for Jimmy Mayer, trying to just settle down Connor Crowley. Is without a doubt Crowley's toughest test of the season in terms of the teams that he's faced. I mean, we mentioned some of the numbers for him a little earlier on. Last 2 starts coming against Trenton and Princeton. Now facing the team second in the conference in scoring.
Hey, now the lineup that they gave us.
Aiden Choi bunts this one fair. It's going to be taken by Aiden Crowley. He'll step on the bag. Now they've got Ham between second and third. The throw to third is dug out and then dropped by Williver. And Ham sneaks his way up to third base.
I don't know if that was Aiden Choi. That was number 7. And Aiden Choi is listed as the DH, but that was number 7, Nihan Pala. Either way, good job getting that bunt down.
We'll try to get an update on that. So runner on third now, 1 out.
It's a great bunt, man. You get the guy all the way around the third.
And here's Matias Diaz, the second baseman, a chance to drive in a run and extend this lead. Infield in for the Cardinals. First pitch is lined foul.
Yeah, West Windsor playing a little small ball. But we say, you know, they can score runs. It's not a surprise. Infield is in now.
0-1 pitch, fly ball, shallow right center, coming in on it is Poot, makes the grab, runner tags. Here comes the throw to the plate, it's in the air and it's up the line. Sacrifice fly for Diaz, and it's 3-0 Pirates.
Yeah, Poot just kind of let that one fly. We know he's got a good arm. He's a great pitcher, but that throw was pretty off the line. Although he still had, you know, Dobkin grabbed it and tried. If he'd held on, he might have been able to make that tag.
A better throw, one that was on line, and they probably would have had Ham at the plate. Check swing, and Caraba went around for strike 1.
West Windsor, an impressive start here so far.
Yeah, and with Jonah Kasoff on the mound, as the 0-1 pitch to Caraba is popped foul and back towards the parking lot.
Yeah, the parking lot police is out there today, big time. I parked in my spot I always park in, which is pretty far away from the foul ball territory, and the guy still made me move.
It's actually Matias Diaz at the plate, and this one swung on and missed. Strike 3. Another run crosses for the Pirates, fled to the bottom of the second. 3-0 West Windsor South.
Yeah, you're right.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow. bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
We go to the bottom of the second, 3-0 West Windsor South on top. And now the middle of this Lawrence lineup. Teak Toto, Connor Williver, and Josh Vikrosky, 4, 5, and 6 for Jimmy Mayer's squad, on to face Jonah Kasoff here in the bottom of the second. So far in all 3 half innings, the leadoff man is reached via a single. Deacon Moore was erased on a Drew Dobkin double play ball back in the first. And so now Teak Toto. First pitch he sees is high and wide for ball 1. Toto this season comes in hitting .250, 7 for 28.
Yeah, he was 0 for 3 in his last game, but he drove in 2 runs. He had a couple of ground balls at second base that played at some runs.
Toto's going to be playing at IMG Academy next season. He's been a very patient hitter at the plate this year, and now he falls behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. He's got an absurd 23% walk rate on the year, so he's been getting on base at a high clip.
Right. I didn't know that. He's going to IMG. Okay, good for him.
Heading down to sunny South Florida for next school year.
Now, how does that work? Are you a postgraduate at IMG?
Yeah, you take a post-grad year, and then you'd still maintain eligibility in college as he dribbles this one foul the plate off his foot.
Well, the way college goes now, it's like you have 12 years eligibility no matter what.
It's not a bad point.
I mean, come on.
Between injuries, and I believe this is the last season that the COVID year still plays a role.
Yeah, but even, I mean, here's a rule that I absolutely despise. You can
Two upstairs.
You can play 2 years at JUCO and still play 4 years of the NCAA. I mean, come on.
As somebody who's been covering the MAC the last couple of seasons, trust me, we've had quite a few guys that we've seen go through with a ton of eligibility. This one's flied in the air out towards left, and it's going to drop in foul territory. Nobody able to get it.
Yeah, it's a mess. I just saw a story the other day. This one kid, he's a basketball player transferring to Ole Miss. This will be his 4th college in 4 years, and he also played in 4 different high schools in 4 years. This is 8 different schools he's been at in 8 straight years.
Got to be impossible to make friends, right?
I
Moving
guess.
around that much.
I guess either that or you made a lot of friends. I don't know, but
Down low, ball 4, and Toto battles back from being behind 1 ball and 2 strikes to work a walk, and he's going to up that walk rate.
Yep. That was an excellent at-bat by Toto.
And again, the leadoff man reaches base, so Toto's aboard now for Connor Williver.
Well, the Pirates turned 2 to first inning. Setting up for a double play now. Let's see what happens.
They're facing Williver, who comes in hitting just 167. He's behind on that heater. Team leader in RBIs, though, with 11.
Yeah.
Williver 3 for his last 7, as that one's taken up high. Got off to a real slow start this year. But 3 for his last 7 with 3 RBIs and 5 runs scored during that span. He's got 6 runs driven in his last 4 games.
He scored 3 times.
Toto was leaning, and he just gets back.
He scored 3 times against Ewing. He had a double and came around 3 different times and drove in a run. Everybody did well against Ewing.
and certainly an important bat in this Cardinals order, typically batting behind Teak Toto.
Right.
That's part of the reason why Toto's been able to draw a lot of walks. Williver's offensive production not quite where he wants it, as this one's chopped out towards short. Rudisill has it across his body in time.
That was a nice play.
One down. Williver not the fleetest of foot. Toto was off to second, so they had no chance to turn two.
It wasn't the fleetest of foot, but Rudisill had to do everything right on that play because he was going to his left, so he was going away from where he was throwing. Then he had to come in a little bit, so he had to sort of plant, throw, and make an accurate throw all at the same time. That was a very nice play. You see plays like that, and you say, how did they make all these errors?
Yeah, West Windsor South's defense so far has been pretty tight, as the first pitch to Vikrosky is taken at the knees for a called strike. And with a contact pitcher, like you mentioned, Fish, got to make sure that the defense is on its game.
Yep. Vikrosky also coming off a 3-hit game.
The 8 different Cardinals recorded at least one hit on Thursday against Ewing. Vikrosky and Deacon Moore went a combined 6 for 6.
Deacon Moore was the winning pitcher.
This one, I think, hits off the edge of the plate. It's going to allow Toto to advance 90 feet. And so now he's up to third with 1 out.
Yeah, you get a bit of a higher bounce when it hits there, when it's his turf.
Now Vikrosky a chance to add to his RBI total. He's driven in 8 in his last 4 games. And he takes a good fastball at the bottom of the zone for strike 2. Cardinals down 3-0 with 1 out in the bottom of the second. 2-2 from Kasoff. Ground ball back up the middle. That's going to leak into center field. It's going to drive in Teak Toto. And Lawrence gets on the board via Josh Vikrosky's RBI single. It's a 3-1 ball game.
Oh, that's why Lawrence is good. They take advantage of opportunities. They got a break there on the wild pitch. Got the runner to third, and they converted. And Vikrosky remains hot.
Now 7 for his last 11. Here comes Andrew Benitez. First season at Lawrence out of the Dominican Republic. Runner goes, pitch is swung on and missed, and the ball is dropped, and that's an easy stolen base for Vikrosky. We've seen every Cardinal that's gotten on. They've put the wheels in motion.
Yes, they have.
Benitez 0 for 7 to start his Lawrence career.
Yeah, looking for that first one.
This one's down and in the dirt for ball 1.
He's a good hitter, according to Jimmy Mayer. He can hit the ball.
Certainly an imposing presence at the dish.
Yeah.
We don't have official heights, but he's got to be, what, 6'3", 6'4", just looking
Yeah,
at him?
long wire. He just looks like an athlete.
Count even in a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss.
I think I think he's still trying to get comfortable, get his timing. I mean, he missed first. I think the last game was his second game back. So he's got to get comfortable.
Chops this one foul. Yeah, missed 2.5 weeks with an ankle injury. Played in Lawrence's first game of the season against Conwell Egan over on the other side of the Delaware. And then was sidelined. Got the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner out in scoring position at second. He goes, pitches in the dirt, and again, Bukema's going to have no chance. So 2 stolen bases now for Vikrosky, and he's up to third.
Yeah, and he fumbled that ball too, so he really had no chance. He didn't even try a throw.
Chance to drive in his first run of the season for Benitez, and he's going to do it. It's lined out towards left. It's caught out there by Bernheisel. The throw to the plate is...
Oh, he doesn't have the ball.
Not in time. It actually beat Vikrosky. I almost spoke too soon.
Yeah.
Bukema wasn't able to hang on to it. And it works as a sac fly for Benitez, and it's a 3-2 ball game.
Yeah, and you could see the anguish on Bukema's face there when he just looked like, oh, I had it. Let it get away.
Tell you what, off the bat, I thought that was getting down and going towards the corner. They had Bernheisel shaded towards the line. Now Seneca Sumner's coming off probably the best game of his young career against Ewing. Sumner's 1 for 3 with 4 RBIs on Thursday. On a 1-0, he takes a called strike at the belt. Sun starting to burn its way through these early morning clouds here in Lawrence, New Jersey.
Yes, I was told it was going to be overcast all day.
That one skips up there for ball 2.
Obviously, I was told incorrectly.
Just thankful that we're not here in winter coats and multiple layers.
No, we got a good week. This past week has been beautiful every day. So maybe we're on to something here.
2-1 is a breaking ball taken on the inside corner for strike 2. Seneca Sumner's this season for Lawrence in 24 at-bats, 7 hits, batting .292, but he goes down swinging right here.
Well, I'm getting kicked off the air.
Cardinals get 2 back. We're going to trade one Rich for another when we come back here from Lawrence High School on WBCB.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Jammer Doors and Windows is a 4th-generation local family-owned business since 1920, offering rain or garage doors and openers, the finest garage doors and openers. Jammer also carries entry doors, patio doors, and windows, sales, service, and installation. And Jammer Doors and Windows does their own installation using no subcontractors, which means fairer prices and more pride in their work. You can visit their showroom at 2850 Brunswick Avenue, Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville. The Yardley showroom in the Grist Mill at 10 North Main Street is open by appointment. Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community is Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They've got new and pre-owned cars and trucks, SUVs, plus work-ready trucks and EV vehicles as well. Coming soon, the area's largest new commercial vehicle center. Haldeman Ford, here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. We go to the top of the 3rd here from sunny Nautaucus Field. 3-2 West Windsor South on top. It'll be 1, 2, and 3 in this Pirates order. Jonah Kasoff, Bennett Siegel, Xander Rudisil set to face Connor Crowley, 2nd time through the order. Long look in for Crowley. And the first pitch to Kasoff is taken down low for ball 1. Mentioned before we went to break, we traded one Rich Fisher, for another Rich Sale. Welcome to the broadcast, buddy.
Thank you, Jordan. Thank you, Jordan.
1-0 from Crowley as a fastball fouled away. So far in this game, we thought we might see some offense, and for West Windsor South, they've been able to play some pretty nice ABC baseball like we talked about, get guys on, get them over, get them in. The Cardinals have used their prowess on the base paths, some stolen bases that have led to a couple of their runs. 1-1 pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike 2.
Yeah, and that was mostly the top of the order, kind of when they got going a little bit, starting out strong, and now they're kind of back to it, looking to kind of separate the lead and kind of build off with this strong lineup.
1-2 pitch and a called strike 3. Wow, that was almost in the dirt. Kasoff can't believe it. He's the 2nd strikeout victim of the day for Crowley, and there's 1 down. I guess that's one of those, Rich, where the ball crosses the plate in the zone and then finishes below the zone. It had some nice break on it.
Yeah, and it did, and for a second, you know, it's like that split judgment call of it had that split judgment of, like, you know, it was going to be a ball, but, you know, again, it's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess you could say.
Ball and no strikes on the center fielder, Bennett Siegel. Siegel committed to Old Dominion next season as he takes upstairs ball 2. Going to be headed down to Norfolk, Virginia. A career .384 hitter with 5 total home runs, 58 runs batted in. Fastball over at the belt for a called strike 1. A Siegel doubled home a run his last time up. That upped his average this year. Coming in, he was at 750. He's now 19 for 25. 2-1, healthy hack comes up empty. Slugging percentage north of 1,000. One of two players, Xander Rudisil, who's in the on-deck circle, who have quadruple-digit slugging percentages. As this one's flared foul and out of play off a third.
Yeah, and Siegel's a guy that, he knows how to get on base. He kind of got on one, early in the game, and, kind of those fast pitches kind of, settling in early, but he's waiting for the right one. And, he almost had to go one just a little far out left there.
2-2 from Crowley. Fastball, he got him. Third strikeout in a row for Connor Crowley. Gets Siegel swinging, and here comes Rudisil.
Yeah, Crowley settling in a little bit better since that first 2 innings, and I think he's gotten more comfortable now getting 3 strikeouts. I think he's getting his confidence up, and that's a good sign for Lawrence.
He's looked better pitching out of the windup. And the first pitch to Rudisil is a fastball down low. And yeah, the first 2 innings, Rich, he allowed those leadoff men to reach base, and then you saw in the first inning with Siegel able to drive home Case off, and then last inning, a couple of sacrifices, a sac bunt and a sac fly, which led to another run. The 1-0 from Crowley, another healthy cut, and another late swing, and a miss by Rudisil. Xander Rudisil grounded out to Connor Crowley back in the first. This one's over thigh high for strike 2. West Windsor South, they've lost 4 consecutive games, looking to break that streak. That followed a 3-game win streak. Xanter 3-5, just 1-4 on the road, as that one was spiked. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes, and I think Crowley kind of just laughing at himself a little bit out there on the mound. West Windsor South last beat Lawrence here at Lawrence on April 20th, 2019, and Connor Crowley just struck out the side in order. He's retired 4 in a row via the K. We're off to the bottom of the third. 3-2, Lawrence trailing here on WBCB.
Yeah, so it's like WBCB 1940.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Off to the bottom of the third after Connor Crowley was able to strike out the side in order. It's going to be his brother Aiden leading it off. 9-1-2 due up for Lawrence. That's Aiden Crowley, Deacon Moore, and Drew Dobkin. On to face Jonah Kasoff out there for his third inning of work. So far, he's given up 2 runs on 2 hits, walked 1 and struck out 1. And so here's Aiden Crowley, 5 for 19 this season. His average has dipped a bit down to 263. Went 1 for 3 with a pair of RBIs on Thursday. Also pitched an inning in that game, allowed 2 hits, no runs. First pitch floats up high for ball 1. This one stung out towards center, but right at Bennett Siegel, who drops to a knee and puts it away. Mark that down, L8 in the box score, and that'll send Deacon Moore to the dish.
Yeah, and I think that when we looked at the last inning, Jordan, when Lawrence was kind of getting going, that middle of the order was key because they got on base, and then those runs were huge and just so close there for Crowley just to get on base.
Hit it hard, but unfortunately right at Siegel out there in center as Deacon Moore takes a first pitch ball. But Moore 1-for-1 today, extended that hit streak to 6 consecutive games back in the first. However, was erased thanks to a double play as this one's hit towards center. This time it's going to drop in front of Siegel, and Deacon Moore has his 4th multi-hit game in his last 6 tries. He's aboard with a 1-out single for Dobkin.
I did not want to be the one to give the announcers jinx, as they say, for that hitting streak, so I'm glad it was you on that one, Jordan. But 7 consecutive hits for Moore, that is really, really impressive right now.
So now Dobkin, who's 0 for his last 12 and 1 for his last 20, going to break out of that slump. Comes up empty on a first pitch high heater. Dobkin this season just 4 for 30, the average below 140. It was 138 coming in. Throw over to first, and Moore is back with a head first dive. So far, every base runner the Cardinals have had, they've been off and running. Vikrosky stole 2 bags. There goes Deacon Moore, got a nice jump, but Dobkin fouls it away off of first. Trying to take advantage of Aiden Bukema, who doesn't have a great arm behind the dish. Case off, not the quickest to the plate either out there on the mound. On the ground towards short, Taylor made a 3 double play. That ends the inning here today for Drew Dobkin.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Capital Health's primary. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Trenton Thunder Baseball returns for the 2025 season Wednesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com or call 609-394-3300. And car buying made simple at Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue, Ewing Township. Over 100 new Hyundai models from Elantras and Sonatas to SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, and Palisade, including hybrid models. You can get an extra $1,000 rebate trade-in value towards any new vehicle. Fast payment, top dollar paid for your car at Hyundai of Trenton. Car buying is made simple in the area's fastest growing dealership at 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. We go to the 4th from Sonny Natakis Field. 3-2 Pirates on top. They're going to send Matt Rader, Thor Bernheisel, and Henry Ham to the plate as Rader comes up empty on a first pitch fastball out of the right hand of Connor Crowley. Rader had an RBI ground out back in the first. This one's popped up right side and out of play. Kind of lost that one as it went up, which when we're sitting where we're sitting, Rich.
Yeah.
Never an easy feeling.
No.
When you lose a pop fly here at Lawrence. The 0-2 pitch is in the left-handed batter's box for ball 1. Crowley struck out the last 4 batters he has faced. 3 swinging, 1 looking. Ground ball towards third, and it's past the diving Connor Williver and into left field for a base hit. Raiders' first hit of the day, 4th hit overall for the Pirates. And again, the leadoff man is aboard, and here comes Bernheisel.
Yeah, and that's a great hit there by Ryder. I mean, kind of great job locating the ball, kind of getting it past infield, getting a base hit. That's a good way to start the inning for West Windsor.
And so now Bernheisel, who's driven in 5 runs in his last 3. A guy who's been getting on base at a very high clip for West Windsor South this year. Flies it towards center, moving back on it, makes the grab. Easy 1 pitch out for Connor Crowley. And so 1 down now for Henry Ham.
And that's got to feel great for Crowley. I mean, just kind of giving up a hit. I mean, again, just settling in. He's got a good pitch that he's been rolling with. Gets a quick out, looking to kind of get a good string to keep going what he's done since the 2nd inning.
First pitch to Ham is down low for ball 1. Yeah, great. That's a great point, Rich. It's always nice for a pitcher out there on the mound, right? You're able to get that first out of the inning. Certainly helps Connor Crowley, at least on the mental side, as this one's popped up and back. As long as I don't see anybody over here scattering, that's how I know that we're safe.
Oh, yeah.
Ham singled, came around to score back in the 2nd. As the count even at a ball and a strike. And a good slow curve. Henry Ham entered this game just 3 for 23. It was his 4th hit of the season back in the 2nd inning. 1-2. Shallow pop going back on it is Sumner's at shortstop, and he puts it away for out number 2. So runner on first, 2 down. And here comes Nihan Pala. West Windsor went with a late switch at the bottom of their order for this game. So 7, 8, 9. We originally thought it was Aiden Choi, Matias Diaz, and Nicky Caraba. It's actually Nihan Pala who's at 3rd, followed by Choi and then Diaz. Caraba not in the starting lineup, but way late on a first pitch fastball there for Pala. He had a sacrifice bunt back in the 2nd inning, which led to a sac fly from Aiden Choi. Count no balls and 1 strike. The pitch from Crowley, fastball down and away.
Yeah, and Crowley's really been going with this fastball, kind of really, since he's gone to that high-speed pitch, West Windsor has struggled kind of timing that fastball to kind of get it going.
Raider out there at first, the 1-1, and again, right there, like you mentioned, Rich, way late on that fastball, and gotta believe that he probably just bought himself another here, 1 and 2.
Yeah, I mean, he's really just kind of, he's locating it great. The speed's great, just kind of throwing him off. I mean, he had that slow curve earlier, just doing a good job, kind of relying on what he's doing well.
High pop-up, and this one's gonna get out of play by about 6 feet.
Oof.
Yeah, Deacon Moore, Aiden Crowley, Andrew Dobkin all going for it. That one I was able to track, so I knew that we were good.
Yeah.
Count remains at a ball and 2 strikes. Connor Crowley looking to throw up back-to-back zeros in the box score. 3-2 game, top of the 4th. Called, strike 3. 5th K of the game for Crowley. He's through 4 here at Lawrence. We'll go to the home half of the 4th. The Cardinals bats coming back up, trailing 3-2 here on WBCB.
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, President of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000 educators in all of our public schools, We wish all of our student athletes the very best luck in today's competition. We would also like to recognize the students in our public schools who participate in extracurricular activities, like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation. When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools.
Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community is Haldeman Ford on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Neighbors helping neighbors is what Haldeman Ford does and will continue to do. Haldeman Ford has it all, new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks. Haldeman Ford has a great variety of EV vehicles. Haldeman Ford services all makes and models and is known for their fleet service and state-of-the-art collision center. And coming soon, the area's largest new commercial vehicle center. Haldeman Ford, here yesterday, here today, and here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. We go to the home half of the 4th inning here from sunny Natakis Field. 3-2 West Windsor South on top. And Jonah Kasoff back out on the mound, facing 3, 4, and 5 in this Lawrence order. Aiden Poot, Teak Toto, Connor Williver do up. And I'll tell you what, Rich, for a team that was much maligned defensively coming into this game, West Windsor South has looked real nice out there on the field. They've already turned 2 double plays for the first 3 innings.
Yeah, deja vu of the first inning. I mean, first and 3 exactly happened the same way they had started. But like you mentioned, Jordan, yeah, their defense much improved today. I mean, this is a team, too, obviously, that has lost 4 in a row. So you need to kind of find those ways to build wins. And they've done a really good, much better job defensively. Their infield has done good. Like you mentioned, the 2 double plays. It starts with those guys, and pitching has really been strong for them. You know, you can go back to those first 2 innings as well for them.
Yeah, gotta believe Joe Gambino, the 3rd-year head coach. This one stung over the head of the shortstop and into left center field. Siegel cuts it off in the gap. That's gonna hold Aiden Poot to a leadoff single. As I was saying there, Rich, though, gotta believe, at least up to this point, Joe Gambino liking the effort that his squad's putting together here today.
Yeah, you definitely have to like it. I mean, Lawrence has been a team that has scored double-digit runs in each of their last 3 wins. And, you know, looking at that 14-0 win against Ewing, that, you know, this is a good job holding a really good team that can score runs to 2 so far through 4 innings now.
Toto takes high and away for ball 1. Yeah, this Lawrence offense that's really found its groove over the last couple of weeks. They've delivered the run rule in each of their last 2 wins as Poot is back with a dive. Their only loss for Lawrence in their last 6 games came on Wednesday against Northern Burlington. Fell 7-0 on the road. Now Northern Burlington entered today 9-0. As Toto comes up empty on a slider, it's 1-1.
Yeah, and this is where the Cardinals got going last time. They're middle of the order that got them on base, that got runs going, and they had a good start now with the base hit. Now can they get some runners advanced here?
This one's lined into left field. There you go, Rich. The middle of this order starting to produce once again. Back-to-back base hits, and there's
called my own play there for a second there. I mean, back-to-back base hits, that's a really good sign. Middle of the order, that's how they got, you know, a chance to tie the game last time. And now again, you've got 2 runners. Now, how do you advance these runners? And right now you're seeing they're getting the ball into the gap, trying to get those runners advanced, and that's what Lawrence has been doing right now. That's got them going off to a nice start this inning.
Connor Williver, he advanced Teak Toto back in the 2nd. He had a ground out to shortstop. But I think Kasoff has a little trouble with the mound. Just wants a quick word with his catcher, Aiden Bukema. Connor Williver, a player who's been struggling a bit. Again, entered this game hitting just 167. He's going to square. Man, first baseman Rader really charged in, and Kasoff just steps off. Rader was almost past the mound, and now he's lined up even with the rubber. The bunt's still on. Williver pulls it back and takes ball 1 in the dirt. Pala is even with the bag over at 3rd. Starting to creep in a little bit. Rader even with the mound. The 1-0. Bunted foul. count goes even. This is the way Lawrence does it. Not a lot of power in these bats this season. A couple of singles, try to advance these runners and get them home. We got a loose baseball out in center field. West Windsor South is going to take care of that. Cardinals down 1, looking to get 2 in scoring position via a sac bunt. Williver squares the 1-1. Way up high, and a nice play by Bukema behind the dish. 2 balls and a strike. The bunt is on once again. And it's bunted into the glove of Bukema, so now 2 strikes. And we'll see what Jimmy Mayer gives as a sign to his third baseman, Connor Williver. 2 on, nobody out. And again, Kasoff steps off. You see both pitchers, once guys reach base, they both start to get a little more uncomfortable out there. Williver swinging, and he comes up empty. Second strikeout of the day for Kasoff, and there's 1 out. That's a big strikeout for Jonah Kasoff, a guy who typically pitches to contact. He's able to get Williver swinging. And here comes Josh Vikrosky. Vikrosky now with 11 RBIs on the season, tied for the team lead as he takes a first pitch strike. An RBI single back in the second rather. Chance to drive in another run right here, and again Kasoff steps off. Just not in the same rhythm he was the first 3 innings. Way outside, ball 1. Vikrosky, last season in the Cardinals' 12-3 win against West Windsor South, scored a pair of runs in that game. Wave and a miss at a fastball. It's 1-2.
Kind of getting Vikrosky to kind of chase that a little bit too. Both pitchers a little bit just about outside, and the fastball there kind of mixes it up for him. But if he can get it right into that gap, get those runners in.
There you go. Huge. Left center field gap. It's going to drop in for a hit. The runners were off. One's going to score. They're going to hold up Toto at third. Vikrosky advances to second on the throw. We're even at 3. Our Nostradamus, Rich Sales, sitting to my right.
Well, let's just say that this is beginner's luck for now. Let's say that for starts.
I don't know. This is pretty impressive stuff. This every hit in this inning, he's gotten right on the money.
I'll say it's beginner's luck for starts. Let's say that.
That's the second RBI of the day for Vikrosky. He's 2 for 2 with a single and a double. And so now second and third, 1 out, and the count's 1 ball and no strikes to Benitez. Andrew Benitez, he has sacrifice fly as part of a 2-run second inning. The 1-0, down low, ball 2.
Back-to-back low pitches there. I mean, right there, you're seeing, just don't, kind of swing there. I mean, you kind of want it to get it, your first spot, right, get it right in that, middle of the zone there for Benitez, trying to get that hit, try to get that runner's advanced. So, and if you can get it right in that right gap, I think you could bring 1, maybe 2 runners in, and that's, obviously the spot that you hope Benitez gets in for them, and, to kind of give the Cardinals a lead.
Count 2 balls and a strike. The pitch, chopped foul at home plate. Infield is in all the way around for Joe Gambino's squad. Seneca Sumners waits on deck. The guy who drove in 4 runs on Thursday. 2-2 from Kasoff. Again, bounced foul. Benitez has come up now in 2 opportunities in this game to drive in some runs. The sac fly on the line drive to left his last time up. Still looking for that first hit here in red and black. Another 2-2. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the inning, second much needed strikeout of the inning for Jonah Kasoff. 2 away for Sumners.
Yeah, it's got to feel good for Kazoff knowing that he just needs one out, and he could keep the game still in a tie game for them. And this is a huge sequence here if he can kind of get that out.
Slow roller toward short, charging Radisil, throws to first in time, and Kasoff works around runners on second and third. A run does score on the double by Vikrosky, even at 3 through 4, on to the 5th, here from Lawrence High School.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs for acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Jammer Doors and Windows is a 4th-generation local family-owned business since 1920, offering Raynor garage doors and openers, the finest garage doors and openers. Jammer also carries entry doors, patio doors, and windows, sales, service, and installation. And Jammer Doors and Windows does their own installation using no subcontractors, which means fairer prices and more pride in their work. Both residential and commercial sales and service. Visit Jammer Doors and Windows at their showroom at 2850 Brunswick Avenue, Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville. Their Yardley showroom in the Grist Mill at 10 North Main Street is open by appointment. Call 215-493-7709. It's 215-493-7709. Tell you what, I was driving on Brunswick Pike the other day, and it was one of the first times that I saw the Jammer Doors showroom there. They do have a very nice facility as you're coming up Route 1 North. First pitch here to Aiden Choi is taken for a called strike. It's 0-1. Always love seeing our sponsors out and about, pointing them out to anybody that I'm in the car with, and they're like, Jordan, would you just be quiet? Choi comes up empty. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Drove past. I turned to my passenger. I'm like, oh, Jammer Doors. They're one of our WBCB sponsors. I got crickets as a reaction as this run's grounded out to Sumner's backhand stab, fires to first for the first out.
I find it surprising that they would tell you to shut up, though, considering that,
They didn't say it in that words, but I got the idea.
Okay,
I got the idea.
Gotcha. That's why I was trying to think. I'm like,
No, if they told me that after pointing out one of our fantastic sponsors, I would have kicked them out the car.
Oh man, I misunderstood that probably, and I probably did.
A 1 out now for Matias Diaz as he takes a first pitch fastball right down the middle for strike 1. Tell you what, Rich, Connor Crowley's done a real nice job settling in since these first 2 innings. He's allowed just 1 hit since. Swing and a miss, 0-2. He's picked up 5 strikeouts along the way.
Yeah, and he's really relying on that fastball, those heat pitches, and that's what has kind of got him going with those strikeouts. Kind of got his confidence going right now, and that's a good sign, especially with 1 out this inning. I mean, he's been rolling right now since that early, hiccup.
Popped foul out of play towards the parking lot. All the cars are safe. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes to the 9-hole hitter Matias Diaz, who was the first strikeout victim of the day for Crowley. He went around. It's a called strike 3 anyways, as Diaz becomes the 6th strikeout victim as well. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of Ks, and that'll flip the order over to Jonah Kasoff.
Yeah, he tried to time that check swing and just went a little late right there. And, the way that West Windsor's been able to kind of get those runs has been kind of getting it through the infield, but Lawrence has obviously adjusted, kind of not allowing those ground balls to happen as much.
First pitch to Kasoff, high chopper over the head of Crowley, charging Sumners, has it on the short hop and makes the throw in time. Easy 1-2-3 inning for Connor Crowley. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It's high school, it's time to stretch. We're even at 3 here on WBCB.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community is Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They've got new and pre-owned cars and trucks, SUVs, plus work-ready trucks and EV vehicles as well. Coming soon, the area's largest new commercial vehicle center. Haldeman Ford here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. And Trenton Thunder Baseball returns for the 2025 season Wednesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com or call 609-394-3300. Post-game firework nights Tuesday, kids eat free. Wednesday, Dollar Dog nights, Thirsty Thursdays, and Pork Roll Fridays. They've got something for everybody over there at Trenton Thunder Ballpark. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun. And don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. We go to the bottom of the 5th here from sunny at Taucus Field. Cards and Pirates even at 3. West Windsor South got out to a 3-0 lead after the top of the 2nd inning. Lawrence answered with 2 in the bottom half and got a run on an RBI double from Josh Vikrosky in the 4th. And now they're going to send 9, 1, and 2 to the dish. Aiden Crowley, Deacon Moore, and Drew Dobkin. As Jonah Kasoff back out on the mound for his 5th inning of work. As long as he's able to record an out this inning, it will be his longest outing of the season. Went 4 innings for West Windsor South back in March in their opening day loss against Heightstown. And he's looked good today. He's ran into a little bit of trouble here the last couple of innings, gave up 3 hits in the 4th. But he struck out 3, he was able to limit the damage. He's on to face Aiden Crowley, who lined out to center field to start the 3rd. First pitch swinging, line drive, base hit into right field this time. Aiden Crowley's made some hard contact at the bottom of this Cardinals order. He's now 1 for 2.
Yeah, and that's what Crowley had to do the last time he was at the plate, but didn't quite get it. But this time, he's able to make up for it. Now you've got 2 guys that have been pretty good at getting on base, especially. But I'm not going to pull the announcer's jinx.
You've done the exact opposite of the announcer's jinx. You've been calling everything, it seems, in this one.
Well, this one I'm going to be like, I mean, I don't want to jinx it, especially since we know last time he was up. Well, Deacon Moore was up.
More squares. And Crowley's back with a dive. A little surprised they have Moore up there looking to bunt. He's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles.
Yeah, and he's done a good job making contact, getting on base. I mean, I'm a little surprised with that situation, too.
The runner goes. Throwdown's not nearly in time. Easy stolen base for Crowley. The pitch was a called strike. And now we'll see if Jimmy Mayer lets Deacon Moore swing freely. 3rd stolen base of the day for Lawrence. 1st for a player not named Josh Vikrosky. Runner on 2nd. Nobody out. Tie game, bottom of the 5th. 0-1. More squares. Takes a ball. That was a close pitch there, just off the outer edge.
Yeah, really close. Really close.
On a 1-1, Moore lines it towards left center field. That's going to get down for his 3rd hit. Crowley had to freeze, so he's going to be held at 3rd. Deacon Moore pulls into 2nd with a slide, and there's 2 on with nobody out.
And make it 8 now hits in a row for Deacon Moore. I mean, again, you know, I found it hard to believe that he would keep him bunting for that long. But, you know, once he's able to hit, he's able to make great contact. And he's kind of got it rolling. 3 for 3 today.
Back-to-back games with a 3 for 3 effort for Deacon Moore. And now a big opportunity for Drew Dobkin, who's grounded into a pair of double plays. Infield is in, go ahead run 90 feet away. First pitch taken for a called strike.
Yeah, Dobkin really could use a hit right now to kind of not only just bring the runners in, but get his confidence up, especially since the, sluggish 2 at-bats, a hit would feel really good for him.
Ground ball towards short, coming home is Crowley. The throw to the plate is not in time. Aiden Crowley beats it out, and it's 4-3 Lawrence. Heads up base running that time. He was off after the ball hit the bat. Dobkin's going to be courtesy run for. It's going to be Ben Hogger going out there to first. But a nice job by Dobkin, puts it in play, drives home the run, and now a chance for a real big inning for Lawrence. Corners, nobody out, and a run already home. First pitch to Aiden Poot is swung on and hit foul.
Yeah, and we're back to the middle of the order for Lawrence, where they got things going early when they were down 2 runs, and after they were down a run, they got going there. They're in a really good spot right now with, like you said, runners in the corners, and the middle of the order has been giving positive results today for them today.
Runner goes, pitches high, throw down to second, not in time, it's cut off. Nice play there by Rudisil. Didn't think the first and third play was on that time, but heads up recognition, understanding that one wasn't going to get down there to second base in time. This one's grounded towards third. Palaz got it, throws to first, and Deacon Moore has to hold up. And a big ground out that time, so 1 out, both runners hold, and here comes Teak Toto. Toto today 1 for 1. He's walked, he's singled, he's scored a run. We get a pitching coach visit here for West Windsor South. And that allows me to let you know that the Italian People's Bakery is proud to support high school sports in the WBCB Sports Network. Visit them at their signature location, 63 Butler Street, for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by to smell that homemade bread made daily or have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery, located on 63 Butler Street, is the place to go for the best hoagies on Sunday afternoon and the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Visit them once again at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg, the Italian People's Bakery, since 1936. Trenton Thunder baseball returns for the 2025 season Wednesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com or call 609-394-3300. They're going to walk Toto intentionally. That's going to load the bases for Connor Williver. 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout, looking to get off the schneid in a big way. Bases full of Cardinals. The pitch, swing and a miss. A little jumpy that time. Connor Williver went down swinging with runners on first and second and nobody out last inning after he couldn't get a bunt down. That one's in the dirt. It nearly gets away from Bukema, who kept it close enough. And Moore has to hold up at third.
Yeah, and if you're West Windsor right now, the biggest thing is you want to just get out of this inning. Especially with, bases loaded, you want to just get that 1 out and make sure you just get him out of this inning.
1-1 from Kasoff. Strike on the outside corner. Good pitch, 1 and 2.
Especially with, Lawrence getting hits off Kasoff, you want to make sure that, you get it in the zone. You can mix it up with a little low in here and there. Just make sure that he doesn't kind of give up that, stretch of runs. But biggest thing for him, get him out of the inning.
It's a nice pick behind the plate there for Bukema. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Deacon Moore at third, Ben Hogger at second, Teak Toto at first. Corners pinch in. Up the middle, it's at double play depth. 2-2. Williver on the ground towards second. Up with it, Diaz. Flip to second, 1. Over to first. It's low and it gets away. 2 runs are going to score. Cardinals go on top 6-3. Rudisil had to rush the throw. It couldn't be dug out by Rader, and 2 crossed the plate.
Yeah, and the ball kind of just, got by second, right? Brought the runner in on third, and then just as they were trying to get the double play, slips right past first baseman, kind of bringing in that additional run. That's got to be crushing there for West Windsor, because you could have had the chance to kind of get out of the inning, but 2 runs adding for Lawrence. I mean, again, that middle of the order has been huge for them, and it's kind of been something that they've been able to rally behind, and so far kind of, getting them a confidence that their middle of the order is really producing the runs for them.
So you give 1 RBI there for Connor Williver, who has retaken now the RBI lead away from Josh Vikrosky, who's stepping up to the plate. Can't assume the double play, but an error to allow that second run to score. So a 6-3 ball game. Runner goes, pitches taken outside, throw down to second, not in time, as Ben Hauger, who just scored a run, stays in the game to courtesy run, and now he's got a stolen base. Gotta love high school baseball. Third stolen base of the inning for Lawrence. Vikrosky, the 7th man to bat, the 1-0. Taken outside, ball 2. Vikrosky having himself a day. 2 for 2, 2 RBIs, a single, a double, and 2 stolen bases. 2-0 from Kasoff. Bender in there, strike 1. Aiden Crowley is starting to get loose in the Lawrence bullpen. His brother's gone 5 innings, giving up 3 runs. This one stung down the left field line. It's going to get over the head of Bernheisel. Hauger is going to cruise on home. Vikrosky's got his 3rd RBI of the day. Him and Williver keep going back and forth for this team lead. And it's a 7-3 Cardinals lead. Second RBI double of the day for Vikrosky. He's now 3 for 3. Him and Deacon Moore are combined 12 for their last 12.
I mean, that's beyond video game numbers when you say it like that.
It's better than video game numbers, at least when I play. We're going to have a pinch hitter. Connor Crowley is going to assume the DH role for Andrew Benitez. That's probably a sign that his day is done out there on the mound, and his brother Aiden's going to take over for the 6th. Vikrosky out at 6. First pitch to Connor Crowley is lined foul. So far this season, Connor Crowley in 17 at-bats, 7 hits, 6 of them singles. Comes in as the team leader in average, hitting .412. The 0-1. Just a bit low, says the home plate umpire. It's 1-1. Connor Crowley now in line for the win thanks to this 4-run inning, and he gets plunked. Vikrosky was off and running. He'll have to go back. There'll be runners on 1st and 2nd, still 2 down, and here comes Seneca Sumners. And Sumners is going to be the 9th man to bat this inning that started with an Aiden Crowley single. Sumners takes a fastball over at the knees for a called strike. But Aiden Crowley, who was just warming up down in the bullpen, now had to race back over to the dugout, get his batting gloves on, just in case Sumners reaches. Runner goes from 2nd, pitches chopped towards 2nd. Diaz plays it on a pair of hops and throws wide. Well, the West Windsor South defense is starting to unravel a little bit. Vikrosky's going to score, and it's 8-3 Lawrence.
Yeah, and this has kind of been the theme really for West Windsor during this 4-game losing streak. I mean, they start out great, and then, you know, you look at the 2 of the losses that they've had recently. I mean, you got to look at Nottingham, you got to look at, you know, Princeton. Close losses. I mean, and they controlled this lead early, and now it's kind of starting to unravel. And I mean, that's kind of the things that have kind of got them in the hole in this 4-game, you know, losing streak. Jordan.
So runners now on 2nd and 3rd with 2 down. Kasoff still battling out there on the mound as Aiden Crowley hits it down the right field line, and it's a fair ball. Or no, they're going to say foul, just foul.
That was as close as it gets. I mean, I was even trying to see it, and it looked like for a split second it looked fair, but the umpire said, no, it's foul ball.
It's real tough to tell from this angle just because we've got the fence kind of blocking our view. I thought it was fair.
Yeah, I think you and I both thought that.
The home plate umpire's probably got a much better view than we do, though. So we'll trust his judgment.
Yeah.
It was almost Crowley's second hit of the inning. 1-0. Just outside. The scoreboard up here was wrong. That was a 0-1 pitch to now count even in a ball and a strike. 5 have scored this inning already. And the 1-1 is popped foul. This one's going to be a much easier call as it's out of play. Takes a couple bounces and eludes all the cars. That one was over near mine. I was getting a little nervous.
Yeah, especially this car that I was just looking at now, ready to park in the spot.
1-2. Called strike 3. But the damage certainly done for Lawrence. They score 5 in the 5th. They go on top 8-3. We'll head to the 6th here on WBCB.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs for acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
And for somebody else.
Here in the 6th inning as Cardinals on top 8-3. They score 5 in the bottom of the 5th. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 due up for West Windsor South. Bennett Siegel, Xander Rudisil, Matt Rader. Back joined now by our other Rich Fisher, after Rich Sale did a fantastic job for our middle 3 innings. And Fish, gotta believe now, a big inning here for Crowley, and for West Windsor South, this is their opportunity to strike back with what they've got due up.
Well, Crowley wants to really get that shutdown inning now. I mean, you know, he's got the lead. He's got a 5-run lead. He just wants to come out and throw strikes. That's all he wants to do. And boy, what a tough.
This one stung into the right center field gap, and it's going to roll for a while. Siegel's off to the races. Nobody's gotten it. Poot now just digging it off the fence out there. This is going to be a stand-up triple for Bennett Siegel. His second extra base hit of the day. He's 2 for 3.
Yeah, he's having a good game. He's I don't know if we said it yet. He's going to Old Dominion, and he's definitely a talented, real deal player. But boy, how about West Windsor? They were playing so well defensively in the first 4 innings, and then, you know, you couldn't give an error on that play at the plate because you couldn't assume the out. But then you had, you know, 2 errors out in the field that led to runs, and it was just the same thing coming back to haunt them again. You know, they had the double play that wasn't an error, but that could have been turned, and then 2 legitimate errors. Oh, no, there was an error on that play. That's right.
Well, Jimmy Mayer's going to take the baseball here from Connor Crowley, and his brother Aiden is going to come in on relief. We'll step aside, be back with the stats on Aiden Crowley when we return here on WBCB.
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, president of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000 educators in all of our public schools, we wish all of our student athletes the very best luck in today's competition. We would also like to recognize the students in our public schools who participate in extracurricular activities, like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation, When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools.
Back here from Lawrence High School, a pitching change after a leadoff triple for Bennett Siegel, and we've got one Crowley replacing another. Connor Crowley goes 5+ innings. He's given up 3 runs. He struck out 6. The runner on third is his responsibility. And so now Aiden Crowley, who enters with a 1.62 ERA in 8 2/3 innings of work this season. Struck out 9, walked 4, given up 2 earned runs. And he'll face Xander Rudisil to start it off. Rudisil 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. A guy who entered this game hitting .458 with a slugging percentage of 1,000. First pitch lined into right field. That's going to be a base hit. Rude greeting for Aiden Crowley.
Yeah.
And it's an 8-4 ball game.
1 pitch, 1 hit, 1 RBI.
That didn't take long for West Windsor South to get on the board here in the 6th. And now we've got a 4-run ball game, and here comes Matt Rader.
West Windsor, they played some extra inning games this year, so they do have the ability to fight back.
That one's taken on the inside corner for a called strike. And the way that West Windsor South has lost some of their games this year, losing leads late.
Yeah.
Looking to return the favor.
Right.
0-1 from Aiden Crowley. It's a breaking ball taken outside. Count even at 1. Runner on first. Already 1 run home in the inning. Matt Rader, who's 1 for 2, takes a strike. Throw down to second is offline. Wouldn't have mattered anyways. Rudisil had that one stolen.
Well, West Windsor still coming out, still playing aggressive, swinging the bats aggressively. You know, they want to make teams feel that no lead is safe.
Count a ball and 2 strikes on Rader. Drove in a run back in the first. Foul tipped in and out of the glove that time of Dobkin. And Rader stays alive. It remains 1-2.
Yeah, like some of these games where they've given up leads, they've actually come back in those games when they were behind, which makes it all the more frustrating and anguishing, really.
Held a 3-0 lead after the top of the second here today. Cardinals then scored 8 in a row. For West Windsor South, got one with that Xander Rudisil single a moment ago. 1-2. Again fouled at the plate.
How about Josh Petrosky for Lawrence? 6 straight hits. Him and Deacon Moore both have 6 straight hits in the last 2 games, but Petrosky's have been big time. 3 RBIs, a couple runs scored.
Swing and a miss.
Got him chasing all speed stuff there.
Much needed strikeout and a nice slider that time from Aiden Crowley for the first out.
And the sun has come out.
It's come out in full force too. I could already smell the sunscreen that Colin Summer has put on, our video engineer today. Oh man, he's got his Wawa Sizzly out. He came prepared.
Oh my goodness.
First pitch to Bernheisel is down and in for ball 1.
The croissant. How come you're waiting so long to eat it?
And how come you're not sharing it?
Yeah, the more important question, yes. Divvy it up. How many are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us. Divvy it up 5 ways. If you were cool, you would.
Again, down and in. It's ball 2. Colin's been on me the whole day. He's been getting on me for especially before the game.
Why is that?
I don't know. I think he was just hangry, and now he's got his sizzly.
Do you want me to have a talk with him?
You might have to.
All right. Take him out behind the dugout.
2-0 pitches inside for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes.
Maybe we should get on Connor, huh? What do you think? Look at him eating in front of us.
Very rude.
I'm so hungry.
That's in there for a called strike. Yeah, see, Colin, just because you don't have a mic in front of your face doesn't mean that like we could still lift these up.
What you mean in chew?
And yeah, exactly. 3-1's gonna have to wait as Crowley turns and Rudisill's back with a dive.
Are these your orders? Can I have one of these?
Of course you can, Fish.
What a guy. Oh, look at you.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah.
As I stare at Colin.
You realize I just did that because just to rub it in that Colin is not sharing.
Mi agua es tu agua.
Gracias.
De nada.
Spanish WCBC Network.
3-1 is inside for ball 4.
Ricky Ricardo will be joining us soon.
The first walk of the day for Cardinals pitching.
Well, West Windsor kicking up a fuss here. Got the tying run in the hole on deck.
The batter now is Henry Ham, who's 1 for 2 with a run scored. Down low for ball 1. Aiden Crowley hasn't been
sharp.
Hasn't really been on point, and now he's going to get a word with Jim Mayer. Now, Fish, what do you think? I mean, you got to believe the meeting obviously is about the command, but when you've got a guy like Aiden Crowley out there, big spot, coming in relief, looking to hold on to this lead. What do you think the message is?
You know, I don't. If it was something technical, I think Paul Sperano, the pitching coach, would have gone out. I think he's just telling them, look, you got to relax. You know, maybe you're aiming the ball too much. And now the whole infield is having a big chat, so it might be, you know, look for the bunt. What are we going to do if this happens? You know, just getting your ducks in order here. I don't know if they'll bunt. I mean, that would put runners on second and third, but it'd be 2 outs, and you're still down 4. Unless you're playing to just try to get, you know, a couple back at a time. Nope, no bunt.
1-0 pitch is in there for a called strike. So now we've got a ton of ones to deal with. We've got 1 versus 1 batter-pitcher matchup. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
Very observational of you.
And 1 sizzly down for Colin. Inside corner for strike 2.
Yeah, I'll just drink this water. I don't have anything to wash down, but I'll drink the water anyway.
Counts the ball in 2 strikes.
I don't teach him to get on you.
We're just going to be getting on Colin the rest of this broadcast. I hope everybody knows. 1-2 pitch. Reaches out, pokes it towards third. Charging on it is Deacon Moore, and he makes the throw over to first in time. Defensive changes after that pitching change, by the way.
Yeah, we got Williver on first.
Williver on first. Connor Crowley at second. Deacon Moore at third. And so now the batter will be Nihan Pala. And he takes a first pitch fastball at the knees. It's 0-1. Well, Aiden Crowley looking to work out of this and only allow the 1 run, which was charged to his brother Connor's line. 0-1 pitch. Inside corner. Now he's starting to dot it up. 0-2.
Looks like whatever was said in that little conference made an impact.
Way outside. Ball 1.
This is really a big at-bat right now. I mean, if they can get this run in.
8-4 ball game. Cardinals scored 5 last half inning. West Windsor's got 1 across the plate here in the 6th. Ground ball towards short. Sumners has it behind the second base bag. Makes the throw over in time. Nice job by Aiden Crowley after the mound visit to settle on down. West Windsor South, they leave 2 in scoring position. We're on to the bottom of the 6th in a 4-run game here from Lawrence High School. Sumners has been
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Who's that? Short.
Go to the bottom of the 6th inning. We've got a new pitcher on the mound for West Windsor South. It's Matt Rader, who comes in from first base. Xander Rudisil moves from shortstop over to first. We're trying to make out the number on the jersey over there at shortstop. Or I should say no, it's Xander Rudisil still at short. His brother Henry is in at first. I believe that is the only change. The family affairs are getting us confused.
Yes.
So Matt Rader this season, in just 3 innings of work, he's given up 3 runs, all of them earned, walked 5 and struck out 2. His ERA sits at 7. Rader went 3 innings, allowed 6 hits and 5 earned runs against Lawrence last season, and that was statistically the worst outing of his career. So a guy the Lawrence Bats are familiar with. They're going to send 1, 2, and 3 in their order to the plate. Deacon Moore, Drew Dobkin, and Aiden Poot.
Who's at shortstop?
Still Xander Rudisil. His brother Henry in at first.
Oh, yeah.
Lawrence sent 5 across the plate last inning and 10 total to the dish. Deacon Moore was one of them. He doubled and scored back in the 5th. He's 3 for 3 for the 2nd consecutive game. Looking to keep the trend with him and Vikrosky going. Him and Josh Vikrosky a combined 12 for their last 12.
Are they really?
Yeah, Vikrosky back-to-back 3 hits.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I thought.
First pitch popped up off of third. Palaz's going to give it a look, but it's going to land in the field of play. He wasn't able to get there, however.
I was thinking both of them were 12 for 12, but yeah, 12 for 12, yes. You know, I'm so hungry, my mind just doesn't work.
You know,
Yeah.
I think that's a fantastic point. Okay, Colin's going to get up and leave, it seems.
Yeah. Probably going out to get pizza that he's not going to share with us.
0-1 pitch is flied towards short left. Bernheisel's over into the
look out.
alley and puts it away. A little uncomfortable that time out there in left field, but he made the
bit.
grab.
I don't know if there's a bit of a breeze blowing, but somebody finally figured out how to get Deacon Moore out.
The last time we were here a couple of weeks ago, Josh Vikrosky took home our Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game honors.
Yeah.
I think Deacon Moore, because of that, we got to spread the wealth, unlike Colin. And as long as Lawrence is able to hang on to this one, Deacon Moore probably the front runner right now.
Well, you know what? I'm with you on that. I would like to talk to somebody else. If this score holds, you know, I'd like to talk to somebody else because I talked to him last time for the Trentonian. But how can I ignore 3 hits, 3 RBIs, and 2 runs scored? I don't think I can.
Got a pinch hitter here. It's Yariel Guzman for the Cardinals on to replace Drew Dobkin. And he takes the 1-0 pitch down low for ball 2. Tough day for Dobkin. A couple of double plays that he hit into. Did have an RBI on a fielder's choice in the 5th. The 2-0 in the dirt ball 3. Guzman enters this game 2 for 12 on the season, hitting 167 with 3 walks. Raiders 3-0 is outside, and it's a 4-pitch free pass. And so Guzman is aboard, and here comes Aiden Poot.
Are you keeping track of RBIs?
For the most part, unless I miss some.
I think I'm missing. I have 5 RBIs. Now I know Dobkin came in on an error.
Verkrosky's got 3. Dobkin has 1 on the fielder's choice.
Right.
As Poot lines this one off the glove on a hop of Xander Rudisil, and it ends up about 10 feet behind him in left center. That'll be a base hit for Aiden Poot, his second of the day.
What Dobkin do, walk? I was looking at my scorebook when he batted.
It was Guzman who pinch hit and drew the walk.
Oh, Guzman, okay.
Another base hit for Lawrence. And here comes Teak Toto, who's been aboard 3 times. A walk, an intentional walk, and a single.
Yeah, and I have Dobkin with 1, Benitez with 1 on a sac fly, and
Williver's got 1 on a fielder's choice last inning.
oh yeah. I didn't write that down. Okay, and then did 2 of them score on errors?
Yes, there were
Okay.
2 on errors last frame. As the first pitch to Teak Toto is taken for a called strike, it's 0-1.
See, when I get back from when I'm not on mic and I'm just in the stands bullshitting, talking, sorry about that. I get too distracted writing everything down.
This one gets away. Both runners are going to advance. So now second and third with 1 out.
Did I catch myself in time? I didn't say the whole word, right?
We won't tell the FCC.
Don't care about them. Just don't tell Billy Redner.
I won't say anything.
Thanks.
Colin over here.
Yeah, he wants to get back at us now.
1-1 pitch is fouled away. It's 1-2. Yeah, I'd watch out for Colin. I know Rich Sale would never. MK, our camera girl, she wouldn't either. It's this guy down to my left.
Yeah. We love him.
1-2 pitch is fouled off of Toto.
Yeah.
And then rolls up the third baseline.
This is really important right now for Raider. I mean, you're down 4 already. You cannot let them get any more runs. You know, I mean, 4 is a tough enough hill to climb.
It's 10 versus 10, Raider versus Toto. Two big insurance runs are out there. We know this West Windsor South offense can score. Fly ball deep left field, going back Bernheisel. He's got room, makes the grab. Tagging is Guzman. He's gonna score, and Bernheisel's got a pretty nice arm. He was able to get that one in and make that play a little closer than I thought.
Yeah, that was
Goes down as a
great.
sac fly. Second sac fly RBI of the game for Lawrence, and they get that run right back. It's 9-4. And now it will be Connor Williver, 0 for 3 with an RBI on a fielder's choice. Wind starting to blow in from center field. As this one skirts to the backstop through the 5-hole of Bukema. Advancing to third is Aiden Poot.
Well, Lawrence taking advantage of some wildness here by Raider. A couple wild pitches that got those runners. Well, one wild pitch that got Guzman to third and allowed him to score.
1-0 pitch down the middle, strike 1 on the fastball. Well, the Cardinals are able to hang on to this one. It will be 6 wins in their last 7. Their last 3 wins, they've scored double-digit runs in, as this one's hit foul and out of play. Remember when we were here a couple weeks ago, Fish, back on, I believe, April 10th, and we were talking about Lawrence's offense having some uncharacteristic struggles? Not anymore.
Yeah, well, we also said that wasn't going to stay. We knew that there were too many good players. Yeah, they were batting .205 as a team then. They came in today at .247 as a team.
Williver goes down on strikes as that one was hung on to behind the plate. Lawrence has a 5-run lead. It's 9-4. We'll go to the 7th. Cardinals looking to close out their 9th win of the season when we come back.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 5-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
We go to the 7th from Sonny Natakis Field. Cardinals on top 9-4 as after a slow start for them, they've really turned it around, not just for the season, but this game as well, Fish. It's kind of been a microcosm of their year. Fell behind 3-0 early, and since they've scored 9 of the last 10 runs.
Yep, 10 hits. 10 hits at double figures in hits now for the 3rd time in 4 games. And, you know, if this keeps going this way and that pitching and defense stays the way it's been, they're expected to make runs in these tournaments, and they're gonna do it. And West Windsor, they just inopportune errors at the wrong time.
Counts 1 ball and 1 strike now on Aiden Choi.
Henry Rudisill in the on-deck circle got bonked by that as it came back.
Swing and a miss, 1-2. Aiden Crowley still out there on the mound. His brother Connor went 5+ innings, gave up 4 runs, struck out 6. And now Aiden looking to finish this one off. He went around. That's strike 3. Aiden Crowley has his 2nd strikeout, and there's 1 down. And here comes Henry Rudisill, who came in for defense last inning. Tell you what, you see Aiden Crowley looking to finish off the job that Connor Crowley started. It kind of flashes you back to last year, all the times that Kellen Moore would start and Deacon Moore would come on in and pitch the last inning or 2.
Yeah, but last year they had Robert Kelly, who was lights out as a reliever too. But yeah, you like these brother combinations. Good stuff.
1-1 to Rudisill. Fastball below the knees for ball 2. Short line drive towards center. Poot was playing in, and he's able to run it down for out number 2. Now the lineup will flip over. Jonah Kasoff will be the batter. 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. He's also gone down looking and grounded out to short. The Seneca Summoners has certainly been a busy man out there for the Cardinals in this one. First pitch takes a breaking ball upstairs. It's 1-0.
You know, right now we're looking at a sub-2-hour game on this beautiful day. How come we get the short games when it's nice out, and the freezing cold games we get the 3-hour games?
Fly to foul, 1-1. That's just the way that it always works.
Yeah, Murphy's Law.
Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. At least we're not sitting out here cold and hungry.
No,
just hungry.
Well, just hungry. Yeah, just hungry.
2 balls and a strike.
Wait, I got to back off or I may get reported to Billy Redner.
I think you're safe. Worst case is you just say it's because you were hangry.
Nice to have friends in high places.
Gonna count 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Kasoff. The pitch from Aiden Crowley is fouled away. We'll do it again. Aiden Crowley looking to finish off another impressive win for Lawrence. We say they started slow. They started 3-2 this year. Of course, very tough to top what they did last year, starting 17-1.
Yeah.
Line drive, base hit, and Kasoff's got his second single today. He'll extend this game for Bennett Siegel, who's hit some balls hard. He's 2 for 3 with a double and a triple. He's been a tough guy for anybody around the CVC to get out this season.
Yeah.
He's 20 for 27.
Yeah, right now he's 2 for 3, and I think his average has dropped.
It did. He came in hitting 750.
Yeah.
First pitch.
He's got to get a hit now just to keep his average where it's at.
Team leader in a ton of categories, as you would expect. 1-0 pitch is taken for a called strike. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. He's a team leader coming into this game in runs, hits, singles, doubles, walks, average, and slugging percentage.
Yeah, ODU getting a good one.
Good pitch that time. Ball and 2 strikes. He has gone down swinging once. Chopped foul at the plate. We'll do it again with 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cardinals looking to make it 6 wins in their last 7. West Windsor South in trouble of losing their 5th in a row, in danger of losing their 5th in a row. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count.
Yeah. I mean, the Pirates can. They could be a good team. They could be a better team. They just got to make those plays.
Yeah, the defense has bit them. Not as bad as it has in recent games today, but 2 unearned runs have crossed out of the 9.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't cost them like it cost them in these other games. Well, depending on what the final score ends up.
3-2, down low, ball 4. And so there's 2 aboard with 2 outs, and here comes Xander Rudisil, who singled home a run last inning. 3rd time that Siegel has reached base.
Well, the top of this lineup, the top 3, doing what they do best. They're 5 for 10 with a walk so far.
That one's off the glove of Dobkin. It's a called strike. Both runners will advance up into scoring position. It's 2nd and 3rd.
I'm wondering if Dobkin got crossed up there because he went back. He's back at the mound to talk to Crowley. He was shaking his head as he walked back behind home plate. Now he's saying something to the umpire. Something was going on there.
Looks like they've got their T's crossed, their I's dotted, the 0-1. Line drive, 1 hopper, played by Connor Crowley. The throw is low, but dug out by Williver, and that's going to do it. Cardinals have won 6 of their last 7. They win it here 9-4. They continue their dominance at home, 6-0 here at Sonny Natakis Field to begin the season. West Windsor-Plainsboro South, their losing streak has reached 5. Today's Italian People's Bakery player of the game going to be Deacon Moore. He goes 3 for 4. He was really the table setter all day long for Lawrence at the top of their order. You can find that interview shortly following the conclusion of this broadcast on our YouTube Shorts page. And today's broadcast was brought to you by Team Toyota, Kessel Dermatology, the Capital Health System, Revere Restaurant, the New Jersey Education Association, Jammer Doors, Haldeman Ford, the Trenton Thunder, the Trentonian, the Italian People's Bakery, Hyundai of Trenton, Chris Auto Body, Saul Funeral Homes, and Mako of Ewing. So one final time for the entire crew, my two color commentators, Rich Sale and Rich Fisher, for MK Maher on camera work today. Colin Summer, everybody knows he did our engineering here today. My name's Jordan Hirsch, saying thank you for watching and have a great rest of your weekend, everybody.